Okay, it's February 6, 2024. This is Judge Goudie who released me from this fraud charge that Judge Padar still has back 2 years ago. Okay, we're interviewing the cop. What they did is I'm in complex litigation. To win the litigation, they kidnapped me with civil lien fraud because of a motion to dismiss that the Judge Walker hung up on me on. See, I got that all on recording too. So listen to this detective that did this. Judge Goudie tears him up. She's like, civil lien fraud. If you had a case, a criminal case, every time someone lost a motion to dismiss, the jails would be full. This is how they stole the little portion of land. They didn't even get the wells, and they spent $5 million in tax base while they had me in this jail. This was after they tried to do the school shooting at Lexington. No, this was a slam by the Pentagon and DeSantis, Trump, all of them. They're all together. Now listen to this.
Detective Weiss's testimony and
Detective
any
Weiss, she
questions
needs
you
to
might
be
want him
detained.
to ask.
Sarasota.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. All right, you may proceed, Mr. Hernandez.
Thank you, Your Honor. Detective, were you subpoenaed along with Sheriff Hoffman and someone from the Water Board in a civil lawsuit involving Mr. Gilberti against 72 partners after the charge? And you had someone, I assume a sheriff's lawyer, to quash the subpoena?
That did take place. Obviously, I have no
he wouldn't come to the civil
Sheriff's
case.
Office legal team handles these subpoenas. But yes, I was sued by Mr. Gilberti.
And the subpoena was quashed?
I was under the understanding that it was for the sheriff, not for myself.
Did you appear?
I was told I did not have to.
Yeah. By who?
That's all I had.
We burned the shit out of them.
All right, let me ask Detective Weiss
Here we go.
questions. Detective Weiss, let me ask you a question. Have you ever investigated a charge like this before?
No.
Are you aware of anybody in your office ever investigating a charge like this before?
No.
Are you aware of any criminal prosecution involving a charge like this before?
No.
Now, on paragraph 2 of the narrative portion of we call these criminal report affidavits over here, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
So looks like you have them called probable cause affidavit.
Yes,
and
ma'am.
So on paragraph 2, the full paragraph, it says, detectives reviewed the court documents Gilberti Jr. filed with Sarasota County and found the claims to be frivolous in nature. So are you telling me that what you did was look through Sarasota County civil court documents filed by Mr. Gilberti, and you and whoever else was investigating this with you from the Sarasota County Sheriff's Office made the determination that the documents were frivolous?
That the claims were frivolous.
Okay.
And some of the supporting documents were frivolous and unrealistic, I think.
Civil.
I mentioned as well.
All right.
And it's factual.
Under what authority does the sheriff's office decide whether or not documents that are filed in a civil lawsuit are frivolous in nature?
I was speaking in terms of how they represent the criminal aspect of this case.
Okay. How does the sheriff's office determine whether or not allegations made within filings in a civil proceeding are realistic or unrealistic?
Very good question.
I based everything that I viewed from the criminal charge of filing a false lien when I reviewed those civil allegations to pretty much be false and made up. There was no proof behind them. Mr. Gilberti
How the fuck
handed
does he know
over
civil
hundreds
title?
of documents with the civil lien.
He doesn't know engineering work.
The 72 partners a lot of money to fight these battles in court, and based on our determination here, which obviously everything's reviewed by supervisors, the claims made in these civil suits that were continuing were unrealistic and were frivolous.
They're still going on.
And that would be you, your supervisors, and the other detective that was assisting you in this investigation pursuant to the complaint made by 72 partners, correct?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and so You're not a lawyer, correct?
Correct.
And your partner's not a lawyer, correct?
Correct.
Were any of the legal team of the Sarasota County Sheriff's Office involved in this review to determine whether something was unsubstantiated or frivolous?
No, not legal members of the sheriff's office, but the charges did get sent to the state attorney's office.
Right, and they reviewed it.
Yes.
Okay. Do you know
And
how
the
many?
reason.
Do you know how
Sorry,
many
go ahead.
civil lawsuits are filed in Sarasota every year?
No, but I imagine a lot.
Okay. And sometimes judges dismiss those lawsuits, correct?
Yes.
All right, and yet you have never investigated this kind of claim before, right?
Correct. Correct.
And you have not aware of the state attorney's office ever prosecuting a claim like this before, correct?
Correct.
All right. I don't know if anybody has any questions based on my questioning of Detective Weish. All right, any questions?
No.
All right, see, she dismissed it, okay? But Judge Padar in the state attorney's office and these guys, see, if everybody was in a civil battle and you could go get the judges and the state attorneys to arrest you so you can't go back to the civil cases, then you lose your case because you don't show up. These fucking Judge Padar and all these Sarasota judges need to go to prison the rest of their life with this Tom White and this stupid Detective Weechie and Ed Browdsky. And let me tell you, it's all the state attorneys in the whole fucking state know about it too.